the top thing that was a waste of money, that trust us, is go through that guest list. Make sure there are not any unwanted people. You don't need to worry about the centerpieces. Don't worry about the stationery. And the overall things that are like background, like Persians have a tendency to spend
like
the pageantry stuff. Like some people spend like $18,000 on just the fruit when you're walking in. No one's going to care. Just realize that from the moment there's a ballet, they walk up, they walk in, they're arriving nervous in their own dresses. They have to go to the bathroom and they have so many of their own worries. Just take off the stuff until you get to the actual wedding and make that like be the thing that matters. Another thing was like, if you can tell everyone, if you're looking for ways to trim the budget, tell people that you have a budget. Like the flowers, sometimes they overdo it. People think like they hear the word wedding and all of a sudden everything is like 5 or 6 times more expensive. My people, for the florals, I picked purple flowers and they said those are going to look like black holes in the pictures. So make sure your florals are all one color. And they would show me. So I would say like, listen, you guys, I love this, but make yourself a likable person that the people you're working with want to work with you, and be really, really polite and nice and sweet and say, I'm sorry, like this is a little bit too much. How can we make it look beautiful and still like make it simple? And then that person will be like, you know what? Let's make money on the next person who has an empty wallet, a bottomless wallet.
Yeah. Me,
you know what I mean? They just like you.
To me, it's all about the guest list, because it all begins and starts there. You know, if you, it's tough for me to get real excited about weddings and spending money on like I said, and not to belabor the point, if we didn't get, deals and hookups and things like that, I would never have spent the money. It's a party. It's a one-day thing. But if you're going to have a good party, to me, that's the food, that's the music, that's the alcohol. So you don't want to scrimp there. You want to make sure that you can have the best
music. Was a DJ. Our DJ was amazing. We gave him a playlist. That's really important, you guys. We did not talk about this last episode. Tommy and he specifically handled the songs that we want to hear. And that made the DJ so happy. He was like, I don't want to guess. If you guys want to tell me what your vibe is. And Tommy gave him like 30 to 50 songs.
Yeah.
And then at that point, he can go rogue because he already knows 30 to 50 of your favorite songs.
Yeah. And, like I said, if you're looking to save money, go through that guest list again. Before you start sending out the invitations, keep going through that guest list, because the worst thing that you're going to want to do is invite people that you don't, that, like she said,
aren't going to make a difference in your day.
Especially if you're worried about cost. You don't want the person that's like, that you send that invitation to 3 months in advance and they get it and they're like, oh fuck, now I have to go to this wedding in 3 months. Then I don't want you at my fucking wedding. And then what I mean? I want you to be pumped. I want you to be like, oh, this is going on the calendar in 3 months. We're gonna have a fucking good time. We're going to Tommy and MJ's wedding. If it's not that, or if they're not going to have that type of reaction, then yeah, trim that fat, man.
Yeah, if it's a chore for them, and people are going to also flake. Like everyone at our wedding would no sooner miss their own wedding than miss our wedding.